Hi there, it's Debbie Anderson here today for Inner Liberation Healing. I'm here today to help you on your path and journey to healing from trauma and to live in a love consciousness. I hope that you're having a great day, a fabulous day in fact, and today I'm going to talk with you about releasing and reprogramming toxic shame. First, let me ask you if you can please click on the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and like and share this video if you can, because it really helps me out. So today we're talking about releasing and reprogramming toxic shame. Toxic shame had slowly crept into me without my knowledge when I was in a relationship with a narcissistic person. In fact, he was a malignant narcissist. I felt as though I was the problem in the relationship, and later I felt a great deal of shame for not having seen that I had gotten it all wrong and in fact made many mistakes along the way. I had to start all over again on my own with 2 children and very little help from my family when this relationship ended and I finally left. I remember asking myself when I was caught up in the depths of those feelings of shame, how did I let myself and my life get to this? I felt that no one was going to love me ever again and accept me ever again now that I was not a whole person. I found out that these feelings are not very common, they are very common, and they're incredibly damaging. I'm here to tell you that we've been all told lies that lead us to believe that we have to be perfect and we never make a mistake. We were also told many things that were said were only lovable and acceptable if we have certain things and qualities within us. These are complete lies. None of it's true, because the real truth is that we are lovable for who we are and for our true self. I learned to move from self-condemnation into self-love, beginning with how to apply unconditional love, forgiveness, and acceptance to myself. Toxic shame is a big one. You might know the terrible feeling when you have a shame attack. It could be feelings of self-loathing and self-disgust, self-hatred, or hopelessness. These feelings are very common in a relationship with an abusive narcissist, and even after the relationship is over. I remember them all too well. So how do you heal from this immense shame? I did, and I'm going to help you with this by taking you through how to move from self-condemnation into self-love, beginning with how to apply unconditional forgiveness and acceptance to yourself. You will become stronger and expand in many deep ways when you get to the other side of the journey. Believe me. What does unconditional acceptance and forgiveness mean? What it means when you're suffering, what does it mean when you're suffering from shame? In fact, it means that you're human first. We were taught lies like you're never meant to make a mistake. You are supposed to be perfect. That we should be a certain kind of person. We need to look a certain way, or that we are only lovable if we have certain things, qualities, and behave in a particular way. I learned the hard way that trying to keep and maintain a relationship with a narcissist is impossible. And I tried everything to make it work for years. I ended up losing parts of myself, my resources, my sanity, my money, my health to my fake partner. I have since gained these parts back and more. And at the time, I ended up feeling sick and broken and empty inside, and the things that I thought defined me seemed to be gone for a time. I would ask myself, how did my life get to this? This was a shame. This was the shame. Also, how will I ever be whole again? And will anyone ever love me and accept me again? We have to learn the truth, which was not obvious to me at the time. I was in a relationship with my malignant partner. I did not see that I was lovable for who I was just by being me. We had conditions placed in us that demanded that we were a certain way, that we were smart, beautiful, thin, had loads of money, or other unrealistic conditions. And unless we we had all or some of these conditions, we were not lovable. This is all a lie, of course. This is how we developed our false selves without knowing it, because we had not learned to be true and real with ourselves, accepting ourselves just the way we were. The big part of accepting who we are exactly as we are, about knowing the true knowing, and the understanding that things happen for a reason when we are living a false life with a false partner. When we're living a false life, it is never sustainable and things crumble, falling apart eventually. This leads us to our real life, and to get there you need to be real and humble without judging yourself. This happens when we can say, I'm human and I can make mistakes. I am broken, but did not listen to my intuition at the time that told me that something was very wrong with my relationship, and in fact it wasn't me. I did not listen to the part of me that told me to leave. Yes, I did ignore my intuition, which was screaming at me to get out. I came up with many excuses and justifications for me to stay, and also excuses for him and his abusive behavior. I tried everything I could to get him to love and accept me. However, it wasn't possible. He couldn't love anyone and could care less about accepting anyone. He did not feel emotions in the same way that most people might. Our way out of the shame is to realize that there's a beautiful, incredible relationship for ourselves with ourselves, which is about accepting and loving ourselves in the losses, the wounds, and the trauma. This begins to dissolve who you were, and you to start to see and understand that you will only accept what is true and real in your life, and not a fake, false life. So, moving forward on your true journey. Our true journey going forward with this is really about accepting that this was meant to be. This may make you angry at me, but I'm not saying you deserve this and this was in any way your fault, because it wasn't. I'm saying that what you were living with was a false self within yourself at the time. It did not seem to me like at the time but it didn't seem like that at the time, but it did change me in the course of my life for the better and forever. And coming home to the true unconditional love and acceptance without any limits and without any conditions. If everything had been wonderful in my life, this never would have been needed. We are interesting creatures, every single one of us. We are each a child of God and are a magnificent quantum machine. We may not have realized how we each work together with the universe on this incredible journey, but it's painful, even if it's transforming. I already knew pain. Living with a malignant narcissist is very painful, as you're probably already aware of. This is the way out of the pain. You can start to understand the truth about yourself and your life, and you may not have ever seen how powerful you really and truly are. What narcissistic abuse shows us through the shame and the fall of ourselves is this: so within, so without. The narcissist is an empty vessel and not an energy source of themselves. They mirror using our wounds against us to break us down further into those wounds, so that we finally get to the point where we let go of our own blame and our shame. We ultimately end up letting go of them, and this is the time that we begin to heal. So how to get started on the journey of your true self. When we move from shame to self-love, we begin our journey to who we really are, our true self. I learned that all the answers that are required for this journey are within us. We often look outside ourselves for answers to our problems, but it never works. What if I was to tell you that there's truly a way to heal from the abuse and trauma that you'd be living with, and that it works permanently? I've done this healing, and I've learned how to help others to heal. I mean truly heal from the shame, the hurt, the emptiness that you may be feeling in your life because of the narcissistic abuse that you suffered. When I finally got the strength to leave the relationship, I felt lost and was carrying a great deal of shame. I felt defective. I felt not good enough, and as though I could never be whole again. So this is how you heal this directly, quickly, and permanently. Trauma can be felt in many ways in your body, because your body does hold the trauma within it. It can show up as anxiety, depression, physical pain, or with symptoms like fibromyalgia or gastrointestinal problems. You may not even know that the migraine headaches or the pains that you're feeling in your lower back are because of the trauma that you suffered, and this is where your body has placed it. This also lets you know that it's real, as sometimes people question their sanity because the narcissist gaslights us continuously. If you haven't had a chance, look at my post on gaslighting. It's listed here in the content. I can connect with your inner pain and the hurt, picking up this dense energy in your bodies and then release them for good. Beliefs that you've held on to and traumas that you've generated, which generate illnesses and pain within your body, which you have had in your body perhaps for many years, these will be replaced and healed completely. I connect with source energy and heal within you what you have been unable to. And I know that you've tried and are trying. This is why it's simple, direct, and fast. I'm working with your body's wisdom, the ingredient that you need to let go of the trauma. I'm telling you that this healing will set you free from toxic shame in a powerful, easy, and direct way. You don't have to work it out. You don't have to talk about it. You don't even have to identify the actual trauma. Source already has the answer and the resolution for you. I've been a healer for many years, and I've healed many people to heal from the trauma that they've suffered from narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships, and it allows you to be free. So is this a pure and simple way to let go of shame? Yes, I can shift your energies, and the result is that you will start to see things that begin to unfold in your life that are amazing, brilliant, and thrilling. You'll begin to feel healthy and strong again. You're not trying to change what you've experienced. You have changed within because of what happened to you, and it changes your entire experience, so within, so without. We are turning pain and shame into growth, inspiration, creativity, and pure exhilaration. Conclusion. I hope that this has helped you. You can learn more about what narcissistic abuse is on my website, as there are many videos and posts about narcissistic abuse you can find here. Identify how it may have affected you and know that there's a solution to heal from this pain and shame. What happened to you is certainly not your fault in any way. But you do have the power to take care and take control of your life now and your healing. I hope that this has inspired you in some way. You don't have to live your life with the pain and the shame that you've been experiencing and feeling. I promise you that you can be free from toxic shame and the terrible stagnation that you may be feeling due to being in an abusive relationship with a narcissist. I'm able to release this trauma that you've held within your body and may have come out in this physical illness or pain, emotional issues like panic attacks, anxiety, depression, or you may even have felt suicidal at times. I urge you that if you're feeling this way, to please seek some professional help, and if necessary, if it's overwhelming, to please go to the closest emergency department and talk to someone about how you're feeling. These are true and real feelings that many experience because of the abuse from a narcissistic relationship. You may also find that you have money issues or feel stuck around your finances, and this can be from past abuse and showing up energetically this way. I can help you release the trauma, which does not require you to relive any of your trauma from your past or even tell me the details of what you experienced. I do the hard work for you. This isn't magical. I suppose maybe it is magical in a way, but it's not some airy-fairy woohoo nonsense. It actually works, and there is science behind it. Please reach out to me via email or send me a DM on one of the platforms listed at the top of the page. Just click on the icons to reach out to me. I'd love to help you. We can have a discussion, and I can see how I can help you and be of service to you. Take care.